Beauty for Ashes podcast. This channel is about truth and awareness of narcissism in pursuit of the truth. Now, today we will talk about what the narc didn't realize is that you were changing before their very delusional and illusional eyes. Well, you probably didn't know that you were changing. You probably was just getting little glimpses of things that the narc may have done or how his behavior or her behavior may have been. But at this point, they have you where you were happy, glowing, people seeing that you're glowing and everything. And, but really, family, you are in a forest. You know, there was a time that it's been many years ago now, but I had this dream about when I was in the forest, and yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say it and go there. In the forest, it reminds me of Peebo Bryson, where he said he couldn't see the forest for the trees. However, in my particular dream that I had years ago, I had dreamed that I was laying on my face, on my belly in the forest, and it was dark, and there were branches everywhere, all on top of me. And when I had came to myself, I realized that I was in a place where I didn't even know how I got there, y'all. I really didn't know how I got there. But one of the things that helped me was that even though I was in this place, I don't know what had happened to me. Maybe something knocked me out, but probably not an animal because I was still alive. I wasn't eaten. So I'm thinking possibly I was knocked in the head or something in a dream. And I was found in this forest. When I woke up and came conscious to myself, I could see a little light. So I began to crawl. And as I began to crawl, I began to grab a hold to branches, digging my hands in the dirt, mud, and everything, trying to get to the side of the road, trying to find the light. So in this topic, I'm talking about the narcissist, how they didn't realize that there was always light in you. You could always see some type of light. You may have been unconscious in a fog or in a cloud or in a trance. I don't know which one you was in, but I don't know which one I was in. Maybe I was just in a trance because I'm not in that space anymore because I was able to see the light. So in this particular dream, once I crawled to the edge of the road, I began to see the light. And even deeper, I seen the light. And then I got up. And when I got up, I stood in the middle of the road, walked out and stood in the middle of the road, looked one way, which looked like it was way down yonder, and that it was very narrow. Then I looked the other way, and it seems to be a place where I could reach a destination or someone that could help me. And I looked, and I began to see a car coming. And the car was coming from the closest spot to me. It was going down yonder to the narrow way. Family, I must share this with you guys because I am also a theological major. I have a degree in theological, my master's. And what I heard next was, enter ye into the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way. And the way that was nearest to me was broad. But it also says here, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be that go therein. And at this point, you know, I'm looking down this road, and I'm looking at the road down yonder, and I'm trusting that I make the right decision. Because, see, with the narc, you guys, the road is broad, and I'm going to tell you, uh, many people going that way. Many people is going the way that they're going to accept and receive anything that people dish out to them. They're going to just accept what the devil is doing, or what the bad energy that's in the universe is dealing them. But we are not going to accept that, because we know that straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. But also, it be few that find that. It's not a lot of people that's going in their way. So in my dream, I had made the decision to go the opposite way, to go the way that that car was going, because it was no other cars coming, no other way, coming from the narrow way, going back to the wide way. So at that particular time, I knew that I was on a journey. But you see, the narcissistic person that you may have been around, sister, brother, significant other, wife, husband, I don't know. What was your story? But the one you was around, there was always going the broad way. There was always going in the wrong direction. There was always seeking everything that was wrong, everything that was ungodly, everything that the universe disliked. Because the universe created you. I talk about the universe because I believe in positive energy as well. But also I talk about God because like I said, I am a theologian. I have a degree in theology. And so at this point, I'm just really assessing the problem again. Because I'm like, some people call them different names and stuff, demons, devils, call the narcissist person that. But I tend to kind of, where I was, not calling them anything until I got revelation of something about them. This narcissistic person, when we break them down, some people call them crud balls, turkeys, and everything like that. But for me, what I call them is reptiles. They are like reptiles. And the word reptile is from the Latin word meaning creeping animals. Okay, they just animals. Animals like snakes, lizards, crocodiles, caimans, alligators, turtles, geckos, chameleons, lizards, and snakes. Lizards and snakes make up the biggest population of the reptiles. Now, another thing about them is that they cannot regulate their body temperature. And that kind of reminds me of them not having a soul. They're never warm. They're never, kind. They are perpetrating to be kind, but that is not their nature. They have the nature of a reptile. Because when I dug a little deeper into a reptile, they have many diverse ways of protecting themselves from danger. They bite, and that's just like, they begin to bite you after some time. That's the devaluing stage when they begin to bite and they hissing at you. That's another defense that the reptile, the snake, lizard uses. And then what else they do? Which they was doing all the time. They was camouflaging. They was portraying to be something that they wasn't. They was taking on another faith. They was taking on another scene, hiding themselves. And also, they avoid trouble. They avoid truth. They avoid what's real. They avoid because they know that something is out there. They know that they're watching you, just like a snake. A snake is going to watch you. If it can't attack you, then it's going to go somewhere and avoid you so that it can maintain its own life, its own way of living, its own purpose and desire that it desires. But people, the narc does not see you changing before they're very delusional and illusions that they're having from their sight of vision, because their purpose is to look, their purpose is to find, their purpose is to gain, their purpose is to control. So all the time we're looking at a place where you wasn't really down like you thought you was. You had fell on your belly and you were on your face, because sometimes you have to fall on your face to see the light. And the universe, God allowed you to fall on your face so that you could see the light. And illusions they were having about you, they was having illusions that they're so great and I really got them. Oh, they're in my control. And all this delusion that they were uh, having and doing and assessing you. And then they was having illusions about you as well. The illusions was when they came into your life.